Sir, where do you think Agent went? I don't know, but I gave more clues than I was expecting to. More than I wanted to. Hello? Volpina. Or should I say what? Wait, do I know this person? You may. I have a proposition for you. How would you like to be the chameleon again? The chameleon? That was kind of fun. I need an ally. I have my hero, but a younger person who can be my eyes would be more advanced. What do you think? Will I get to torment Marinette Duponchine again? Absolutely. Oh, I'm gained if you are. Good. Red Heron. Episode 6 of Elite Butterfly. The deep voices were inaudible, an eyesight that shone through a fearful feline's corneas, retracting the light of the moonlight in the shadow of the man who was throwing him. Flipped to only be tossed as a beanbag, screeching in the liner of a corner. His arms pressed against the stone walls of the buildings, on the kind of city where a seer or a hero would show any moment. A flashback of a fight of Ladybug and Cat Noir Akumantized into enemies over a cruel misunderstanding that Nino had caused. Nino lied on Alya. She didn't tell him Ladybug's secret identity. Carapace brags of fake accusation, white lie about knowing it. This whirlwinds into a huge fight due to the top of the cake icing, fusing anger from Cat Noir. Everyone's opinion of Cat Noir when asked. Carapace bows, mocking the Batman wannabe. Oh, my lady, we are made for each other. Nino proceeds to grip Vespia's gloved hand, pretending to kiss on the turned over knuckles. Then he pulls away. Whoops, I've forgotten purple tigress. Joyka howls something inaudible under her breath. Don't you dare, turtle boy. The spotted hero as the guardian glides in on her string of the magic yo-yo, seeing Cat Noir cringing, his shoulders up in protest, not wishing for a fight with his best friend, whom he knows is outside a mask, apparently an enemy inside it. One of his black glove paws drawn up to his face, the expression only in a dry drought. Not sure what to say next. The claws leave tiny red marks where the dents were left on his precious face that he models with. Looking at the scratches, Nino halted. Ugly in the morning. Hope you can fix them before they become ugly scars. No matter. Stop pursuing LB, she doesn't want you. Saying almost the exact same thing, especially to his face, not knowing he is Adrian. Oh, my lady, here's another rose. Wait, I give you how many now in hopes that you go out with me, maybe ice cream or a movie. Wait, you hate movies. Adrian inside his mask felt torn away from his face as Neo started to tug at it. What kind of hero are you anyways? What kind of good use are you? Explain your extension to our team besides being the playboy we know you be. Adrian tries to explain he doesn't get any affection in his homes. affectionate is not flirting. I can only be affectionate as this. As this! Shout Matches. I gain attention in any way possible. Affectionate can come off as flirting. Adrian's heart crushes his azure gloves, form a twisted knot, and two Plag's tail in the form of his tail belt. I don't plan on dating anyone on the team. Even LB is off limits. Love sucks for me right now, and I would give up my life just to have a simmer of what you share with Rena. Don't your punk cat self bring up the love of my life's name. I went there to only make sure there was no misunderstandings for the movie I was portrayed in. I would never go after her. She's yours, okay? Deaf right, she's mine. I would kill for her. I believe you, Carapace. Now believe in me, that we could be good friends. You and I? The only way we'll be that if you stop kissing every lady's hands. Bowing to them, comment. Act like a real team member and take this job seriously. Nino literally started to be different as he got in his head that he had better control of the team. And only one he spoke to in a public and distinguished tone was Rena and Ladybug. As far as I'm concerned, Adrian the mask felt a light switch inside his head flick on. Last I checked, Ladybug was the leader and guardian. She has the last say. Once I tell her about your real personality, we will have you off the team for good. Mark my words, only me and Rena are worthy to know Ladybug. The others were in shock with both hands over their own lips. Oh. As Adrian knew what this meant. Ladybug allowed Carapace, who he is his first friend at DuPont College, to know the secret identity of hers. Nino did not share too much already the last time they had the talk. Conversation between Ada and Nino in secret murder basement. The person already made all plans for Cat's placement. Just a pun? Once we win, we will know one another. Whoa, my dude. You gonna call me a liar in front of everyone here? I got something quick. Ladybug told my girlfriend Rena, and of course we'll help her defeat the terrorist and any other villain in our way of conquest. You know, you both know her secret identity? Great, I guess. Please tell me so I can help in the mission. The Ladybug needs me as much as I need her. My cat is... Nino stopped him by grabbing the lower lip. Adrian behind the mask blinked. Jade's fixated on his best friend's eyes. Puppy dog one said he would often smile while kind to him. This Nino was a stranger to him. A person he would read in mystery magazines of a secret spy. Or maybe, Adrian never really knew the student or the DJ Nino at all. Then Ladybug hopped in between them, pulling Cat away from Carapace, searching for even a hint of what the argument had been about. She was a moment too late to fix the damage. Pain festered inside Cat Noir. His fist tightened inward, pulling off the glove with his own teeth. Palms were sweaty, and dripped bits of light blood. Was he bleeding under the grip from the claws, indenting the skin? Under close inspection, Ladybug heard him flinch to touch his face. Kitty Cat, what in the world happened? Now, don't ask such questions if you don't expect a real answer, Adrian sighed inside his suit. The truth was, I'm not needed here anymore. Cat points to Carapace. He says so. Carapace isn't the leader. I am, Adrian breaks in. And Rena Rouge is too, apparently. He sighed, staring into her soul. It wasn't out of malice, but in pain that he started to shout, and poised turned in two naked fingers at her, his other glove attached to his hand. You freaking liar! You both know who you are. Is it because we aren't a couple and never will be? Thanks a lot for throwing that right into my face. I really appreciate the warmness of your pathetic team you have. The pain and blood shooting through my skull is just going to give me love-based seizures. Ones that the mind can't handle as I drop dead. Or worse, my heart breaks into spears, only for the shards to rip open my heart and perform open heart surgery on this cat. Cat points with a naked thumb to himself this time. You lied about so much. And please, he mocks some while acting indifferent to her. Never mind us fighting as an old couple. I doubt that will even happen now. And I'm giving up on you and this team. Cat, I can tell you in private if you want. This only stirred the blood more already refused. Cat points his baton at every other member. I don't need any of you. That's including her. If I find out Shadow Maw's identity, I won't tell any of you people. I will solve a mystery on my own. At that instant, LB gripped his arm upon him leaving. The other arm is pushing her away, ready to cry. Break down as Nino said, "Good. We find you a waste of space." A little corner behind the giant wall, always busted from fights, stood the redhead menace who allowed the sleeping real Nino to be awakened. Somehow he was taken quickly right after Cat had felt humiliated. The all faces of the newest heroes didn't realize that they were being played fools for a play setup by Lila. The tricky Sentai Nino had did what was expected of him as the purple smoke dissolved, just as he was created. The true Nino, or Carapace, was pulled away just after Shadow Maw heard the Carapace knew the secret identity. It was a ruse to anger the black-clad hero and hurt his beloved partner, Ladybug. Lila spoke to the oddly shaped mask adorning her face. The show over her eyes, a bright red. You're up, Shadow Moth. This is what we both have been waiting for. The two hands of the Ladybug and Cat's loose finger digits slowly traced the lines and patterns as the secret inside her soul traced back, realizing those hands. The Akuma dark wings flap as they turn both their small heads. Adrian warned Marinette under the mask, accidentally saying it loudly. Marinette! The body being swung into his arms in slow motion. The twinkle in the jade green spurred out tears. I love you. You, she smirked only. The bunny in the blue pushed out her parasol umbrella over them until Merit shook her head, swapping it away. He is my shield. The umbrella are not the same as his protection. Huh? Adrian's bewildered face looked up. We can't do this. Marinette. Akumantization is going to change us. We might hate with passion or destroy one another. You once told me you would only fight with me by my side. You can never bring yourself to fight against me. Well, Cat, we are about to change. Do we fight one another, or do we fight for the same goal? We fight Shadow Moth? You and me? As partners like the good old days? Ladybug's hand reached into his to lift them both up, holding them both standing up, looking right at the two bright, gentle graying butterflies. then glanced at one another. Adrian remembered the white bell and the story of the tiny white kitten loved by a lofty ladybug, whom never given up, set him free from confinement. The heart beat so fast as the drum set inside his ears, his mind begging to flee. This time, he wouldn't fight. The cat held onto his hand, then he wrapped around her with her magical device. A yo-yo that was now her device for Akumantization. Adrian didn't hesitate, as they both directed their own Akuma butterflies towards their ends to the means. The hands rubbed on their faces. The heart wanted to flutter to the beat of the butterfly. Tears streamed their eyes, causing the surface to gleam the deepest green, and never had he stared into those eyes. Not in this manner. A tender moment was passed between them, lips inches away, breath barely there as it was being held for eternity. Closing their eyelids, Adrian and Meredith behind the mask, just let it happen. A magic all on its own. The butterfly entered into their kiss, their pure love, then met up to Cat's golden bell. If we are Akumantized, then we will come united as one. The worst of the Akumantized after a certain goal. Then he spoke, the old butterfly telling him he was generous of their love. So you're afraid someone's going to tear you both apart, Cat Noir and Ladybug. This is a treat for me. It seems that you two are having a huge love fight. I can remedy that. Just hand me over. We won't fight each other, Grandpa. If we fight for justice, Meredith said to the crippled voice. What? And I, her, will destroy the dark energy of Akuma. We will purify this city. The villain will be the antiheroes. And thank you for this gift. What about the earrings and cat rings? It's okay, Sugar Cube. What's Stinky Sock? Shh. Taking a flag hid from their owners for it, within the plan of the partners in crime. Do you think this will work? I sure hope so. At least they won't be actually Akumantized, just as Adrian and Marinette. But they don't know that. We made it just in time. Just when the purple smart came up. Both opens their eyes. Meredith sees the switch color from black leather, and the shimmer of ghostly white leather forms around him. The deep sea blue eyes, translucent white eyes, and his pupils so dark they appear blue. I'm back, Shadow Moth, you idiot. I was erased and satisfaction brought me back. The scarlet of red and black drapes exposed a warrior in a period of time that had been lost and forgotten. The sword halter and surface changed to elemental variety, each one fire glowing red, yellow for earth, silver for wind, and gold as metal to melt true metals, and the cornflower neon blue for water. We are Princess Justice and Cat Noir. Even as we fight for one, we are who we want to be. Thank you. We had to trick you, pretend there was no way out. And I got a kiss in the midst of it all. I remember everything I'm supposed to. Our two minds weren't murky like other victims. Instead, we went with, you say it, CB, If you can't beat them, you join them. Shadow Moth, it's time to give up rise to your tyranny. Vows for his ladies first. Shadow Moth leaves her lair to witness his mistake. Miss Aggressive's lair. Perhaps the biggest one than the one he couldn't foresee. Cat Blanc's timeline. Princess Justice and Cat Blanc, what happened to my promise? You lie. We are pathological liars, it seems. They both laugh at his attempt to damage them with negative feelings. We might not be too powerful being apart. Though, together, we are unbeatable. So, with those harsh notes, we play a new song for you, a symphony that you wasn't aware of. I have in my hand the butterfly that can eat through the veil you Akumantized. This means it can multiply the way we want it to. Stay, watch our huge show.
You and I, one. We are Princess Justice and Cat Blanc. I promised you, you will lose everyone, even your friends, Ladybug.